A's Extra.
Welcome back to the Anglers Extra pregame show ahead of Chatham and Wareham back at Veterans Field, second game of a 4-game homestand. Time for the Manager Show with Chatham manager Tom Holliday, Emmanuel Berbari. Tom, a highly competitive loss to Harwich last night. What do you share with your team take away from a loss like that?
Well, again, it was a great game. It might have been the best game played in this ballpark this summer. And, you know, the only thing that I try to do with the ball club is eventually eliminate mental mistakes, because sometimes in summertime baseball, guys just don't bring the head. They bring the body, they don't bring the head. Then they bring the head, they don't bring the body. You know, you get worn down, and then you start, you almost create an alibi for failure. And, we got beat last night because we made 3 mental mistakes. And, physically, that we had that game won last night. We win that game if we want to be the guy instead of being afraid to be the guy. And the guy is a guy that wants to win the ball game, okay? And you may think I'm coming from Mars, but you don't have a pass ball with runners on first and second in that situation. It just doesn't happen. But if you're sloppy, lazy, tired, whatever, it happens. Well, it happened last night. It bit us in the butt. Cost us 2 runs, cost us a game. Then we have a base hit to center field, and a really good outfielder comes in and hesitates to pick it up to throw the backside runner out, who was stopped. And he misses the ball. He literally missed it. Cost you a run, cost you a game. Then when you go to the plate and you're coming in as a pinch hitter, instead of this little bugaboo about us not hitting lefties, if you want to sit there and think, there's a left-hander coming, hey, I got guys on the bench that should hit that left-hander. And if they're sitting there going, oh, man, I hope he doesn't call me to pinch hit. I hope I'm not the guy that's supposed to be the guy. Well, then you know what? Go do something else. Because as you grow in this game, if you don't want to be the guy, then you're a loser. And I hate that word, loser. And I've told you this, and it won't change. Losing teaches you a lot if you're listening and paying attention. If you're not, then you continue to lose. We lost that game last night in a different way, and that's all that I could address with the ball club, because we played good, clean. Our shortstop made a major league play last night that you don't see made very often. Josh Rivera hit a 390-foot home run to straightaway center field. He hadn't done that. Those are improvements. That guy's playing lights out. But we as a team lost the game because of 3 little mistakes, and all I try to do is let that list shrink every time we play.
You mentioned Josh Rivera's home run to dead center field, gave your team a 2-1 lead in the 7th inning. As he rounded third, came to the plate, the team came out of the dugout. They were behind him. What does that mean to you for the team?
Well, what it means is it just took a while, and I think we talked about this 3 or 4 days ago. It takes a while, and you have no idea when it's going to happen. The only thing that you do hope for is that it does happen, that a team comes together as a team. And sometimes it's a couple of guys that join the team. Sometimes it's a guy that leaves the team, but when it happens, it's kind of fun to see as a coach, and win or lose. I mean, the only thing that bothered me last night was that we beat ourselves. We didn't get beat. We beat ourselves. And it is now we. It is no longer he or I. And believe me, bud, as many games I've been in this game of baseball, I have screwed up a game or two, and I'm not afraid to admit that. And I'm not afraid to admit the fact that coming through this business, I've choked too, and learning how to get away from choking, and not wanting to be the guy to deal with the pressure of the moment is choking. The guy that says, that doesn't bother me. I want to be the star. I want to be Mike Trout. How do you be Mike Trout? Well, you know what? Mike Trout doesn't have any fear when he goes to the plate. If he does, he sure doesn't show it, or he sure got rid of it early in his career. But if you want to be those guys, you might want to study their makeup. It isn't just physical. You guys keep asking me what I don't do a whole lot. I suggest, they got to do it. And again, when you can get the mental part of the game to match up to the physical part of the game, you got a complete player. And that's what I think that our job is in summer ball. So I don't know, but it's a fun thing to see it all come together. And right now I got guys thinking like, I don't know how to hit a left-hand breaking ball. I know how to hit it. For one thing, take it on. Don't be afraid of it. So that's as much as I can give you on that.
How much of getting there mentally is being able to bounce back in a game like tonight after a close loss?
Well, I would think that there's 30 different guys on this team right now to be 30 different opinions of that. My only opinion is the team is faceless. The guy on the mound tonight's going to be right-handed or left-handed. That's all there is to it. That's all I got to know as a player, okay? And as a coach, I got to watch and see, if my guy comes out throwing strikes. Last night, we wasted a really good pitching performance. Tanner Witt did not have the good fastball that he has, but boy, did he pitch. And for him to give us 4 solid innings, and then McFarland coming off of a bad outing, that's the guy you're talking to right now. McFarland's last time out was really shaky, scary, bad. Last night he was really good. Deserved better fate than that. Falco was good last night when he came in. He had nothing but trouble all night and pitched around it. I mean, they gave us a chance to win. What do you do from last night to tonight? Probably, if I'm effective at all as their leader, ask yourself that question. Am I failing because I fear failure? It's a disease, and every athlete gets it. He's got to get rid of it, but every athlete gets it. And if I'm that guy that he's talking about last night, I don't want to be that guy. I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to prepare to play. If I don't play, I'm going to stay in the game for 9 innings. I think our pinch hitting this year might be the worst I've ever had. And developing pinch hitters is important, and trying to keep guys sharp is important. So if I'm one of the 4 or 5 guys tonight that doesn't play, I have to be ready. As soon as that guy comes on that bullpen, if he says, righties, get your bats, I already got my bat. I don't even need to hear him say that. He's already said it for 15 games. So I looked last night, and as soon as that lefty came, I noticed that Logan Britt had his bat in his hand. Logan Britt has the worst batting average right now against left-handers, I think, on our team. But you know what? I ran him out there. You know why? Because he's going to have to learn to deal with that. He wanted it. He had a bat in his hand. He was ready to hit. And again, if they grow through little things like that over the summer, it's a successful summer. We're going to win or we're going to lose. I mean, I'm not going to go home rich if we win. It's like I'm going to get home whenever, sometime in the middle of August, win or lose. And the only thing that we're going to gauge this summer by is how many kids got better by being here. And I'm telling you, it's not just physical. There's some kids that haven't played a lot this year that are mentally, they've gone backwards. They haven't played, so they forget little things, like blocking the ball. You got a major league catcher on this coaching staff. I mean, you got to leave here wearing him out. You got to be a great catcher when you leave here. We had a kid named McCann from Georgia Tech 3 years ago. Quick story, and I'll get out of here. But Mac came here, and he hadn't caught in a regular game because their catcher was a first-round draft choice. And the first 2 games he caught, he let balls go to the backstop, and he walked after him. And I'm like, are you crazy? I'm on the brink of jumping out there and jumping on you. And it's like, Coach, you know what? I've caught so many inter-squad games with a screen behind me, I just forgot that I had to go get it. And I was like, wait a minute, you're a Georgia Tech kid. You're really smart, way smarter than I am. And you just said that to me? And he's like, yeah, it won't happen again. Well, by the end of the summer, McCann had a lot of conversations with me, and catching is a pet peeve of mine. And he's in double or triple A right now, on the brink of being in the big leagues. And the next year, he caught almost every day for Georgia Tech and was a really good catcher. So did I have anything to do with that? Yeah, I'm going to say I did, only because I caught a guy that was drowning. He was about ready to go under and not come back up as a catcher. And he woke up, and he's a left-handed power-hitting catcher. Those are valuable commodities. And that's what a kid can do up here. And I see that with Max. I see a major leaguer with him. And is there stuff that has to be fixed? Yes. And he has to open his mind up to be fixed. Don't let Mickey Tettleton walk away from here saying he just won't listen to me. That would be a sin. That would be a major catastrophe for him to leave here and not be a really good catcher. So, that's what it's all about. Yeah, winning and losing. I'd rather win than lose. You know that. And I think everybody comes to the game last night. If they didn't enjoy that game last night, then maybe they ought to go sit by the beach in the dark and count sharks or whales.
Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck tonight.
All right, buddy.
That's Chatham manager Tom Holliday on the Manager Show. Let's send it back up to Ben Shulman. The Anglers Extra pregame show continues.